So. Ich müsste jetzt live sein, ne? Müsste alles passen? Ja. Guten Abend. Guten Abend, Lars. Guten Abend auch die anderen, wo da sind. Ich hatte jetzt fast die Uhrzeit verpasst. Ich habe gerade was gelesen oder so. Irgendwann so. Wie viel Uhr ist eigentlich? Oh, scheiße. Natürlich läuft jetzt auch die Überprüfung. Und man sieht mich fast nicht. Schon besser. Noch besser. Hat man einen guten Abend. Ach ja. So. Da mal die Hosen wieder runterstüppeln. Irgendwie wird es momentan kalt ein bisschen, vor allem abends. Na, überprüfen wir hier ein bisschen schneller da. Deswegen schreibe ich schon mittlerweile immer circa rein. Ah, okay, das mal nicht. Den machen wir ein wenig kleiner. So. Die ganzen Dinger mal verschieben. So. Und rein da. Ach ja, so. Ich weiß schon gar nicht mehr, was wir gemacht haben. Ich war, glaube ich... Wann haben wir das letzte Mal gespielt? Ich mag den Ladebalken am Anfang sehr gerne. Es geht eigentlich. Oder meinst du jetzt die Tür? Ah ja, stimmt, hier waren wir. Ja, ab dem millionsten Mal wird es leicht langweilig. So, jetzt aber. Und damit hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Genshin Impact. Wir sind hier irgendwie am Hafen wegen irgendwas gewesen. Frag die Händler an der Straße nach Informationen. Okay. Machen wir doch das gleich. Stimmt ja, jetzt glaube ich, treffen wir ja vermutlich die Dori. Hat die Dori geheißen? Ich hoffe, die hat Dori geheißen. Wenn nicht, dann ist es egal. Dann heißt sie ab jetzt Dori. Elham.
Welcome, welcome. How can I help you too?
Du hast doch da nicht mal was.
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course, especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia.
Sie machen einen ernsten Eindruck.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Die könnten mal diskutieren, wie sie bessere Klamotten kriegen. Die schauen ja grausig aus. Wir sollen schauen, was sie diskutieren. Jetzt sind wir dann um die Ecke schleichen und was erzählen die denn?
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Something or other?
They're called Ein El Achmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon.
Die der Akademie
Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Jetzt. Die der Akademie geht ob Sachen auch mit Wissen zu tun, hat auch mit Wissen zu tun.
So, what's our plan?
Lass uns in die Jafar-Taverne gehen. Versuchen wir mit dem von der Jafar-Taverne.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora. Have you lost your mind?
Falls sie versuchen uns zu betrügen, werde ich ihn nicht vergeben.
Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Diese armen Mora. Ich meine, ich hätte es sogar. Wie viel Kohle habe ich eigentlich? Oh, was ist da? Nachrichten? Neues Rezept. Hier sind 3 neue Rezepte. Mögen in Zukunft. Okay. Pilz- und Fleischpizza. Dämmerfrucht-Beerentee. Krossgebratener Milchpilzturm. Okay. Was gibt's eigentlich bei Aktionen? Neue Sachen. Das geht noch 26 Tagen. Tage. Tagen. Das können wir eh irgendwann machen, wenn wir Lust haben. Da ist auch nichts. Und das ist ja auch egal. Ich dachte, da wäre noch irgendein anderes Event gewesen. Machen wir mal da lang. Aber es kommt vielleicht auch erst. Wer weiß. Oh, das sind die schon.
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Not to mention all the tasty food. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants. And everyone seems excited just to be here.
Es wird hier auch niedergeschlagene Leute geben. Es ist Paimon, die zu energisch ist.
How did things end up like this?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
Da haben wir die niedergeschlagenen Leute.
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Oh, hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Was ist das für eine Vorstellung, Alter? Ich bin Paimon. Paimons Name ist Paimon und das ist der Traveler, der rumreist. Das ist eine geile Vorstellung.
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? Looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
Es hört sich eher wie der Name einer Waffe an.
Oh, no. The prototype Aranara is something that brings joy and laughter to children. At least in theory.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Schaut doch eher wie ein Monster aus. Nein, die gehen da direkt hin?
This is not an Aranara. No way.
Okay, jetzt habe ich alles gesehen. Die drehen sich um und gehen da direkt hin. Normaler... Der geht voll den Spinnenfaden runter. Was geht hier ab? Ich denke mir jetzt, warum leuchtet hier so eine Spinnenwebe? Normalerweise hätten die dazwischen nochmal Schwarzblende, dann läufst du selber die 2 Meter und dann kommt nochmal eine Schwarzblende und dann kommt das Gespräch.
I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the ill little fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Cassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aranara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Ihr seid kacke.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all?
Leider ist das nicht der Fall.
Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanja back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something, and suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was the result.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanger in Gandharvaville,
Woher weiß denn jetzt der... Ja, egal.
He doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile.
Gut.
And also for our reward.
Gut, ja. Gut, Paimons heißer sind Entgelt zuliebe.
Yay, rewards!
Wie sie sich freut. Yay, Money. Aber das war doch jetzt nicht das, was ich eigentlich machen sollte, oder? Dachte ich mir doch. Ich bin doch nur zufällig reingelatscht.
Take it easy.
Ich dachte schon, hä, was hat jetzt das damit zu tun?
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Nachdem ihr euch hingesetzt und eine Weile gewartet habt.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Wie er lächelt. Geil, Rache. Die Verräterin der höheren Herrin Ruka Devata.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Aber Hauptsache die dämlichen Ohrenstöpsel da drin haben, Alter, die wo. Okay, der Almara. Tarik, was ist los?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Ich bin ein Student der Akademie.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Jetzt geht die Scheiße an, bist du meine Mutter oder was? Ich möchte etwas für die Sache erfahren.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Übergib 500.000 Mora? Oder geben wir mal nur 50? Ach, scheiße hier.
I can't stand to see so much more go. There's no other choice right now.
Paimon, oh mein Gott, mein Geld.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Ich hätte noch eine kleine Frage.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Kannst du das mit dem Orakel etwas erläutern?
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Mal High Thumb. Ist das nicht der eine, der Schönling?
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you.
Okay, bisher wirkt er ganz cool und nicht wie so eine Flachpfeife wie manche andere.
Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Scheiße, hast du keine Ohren?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Cool.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Amorites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. He went that way, after him!
Einmann, Alter, die ist jetzt glücklich. Ja, ich habe meine 500.000 Mora wieder. Scheiß auf den Rest. Was soll das, ein Ofen? Hua.
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want?
Vielen Dank für deine Hilfe.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
Ich bin Student der Akademie. Nein, stimmt
A
nicht.
student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Vielleicht können wir über die von dir genannten Bedingungen reden.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
Das ist eine Art Wissen.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Schwebender Stein mit dem Kristall drin?
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Wirklich jeder?
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
Paimon ist so geil. That's amazing. Das hat aber leider irgendwie leicht sarkastisch angehört.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
habe gehört, vor kurzem ist etwas der Akademie geraubt worden.
Oh, so that's your true objective.
Ich möchte etwas darüber erfahren.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Was soll ich tun?
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Ganz kurzes Päuschen. Gleich bin ich wieder da. Palmer kann sich doch nur für Mora und Essen begeistern. Das stimmt. Naja, und Schätze. Und Schätze sollte man noch dazu kommen, was meistens auch in Mora endet, aber so in der Richtung. So, ganz kurze Pause. Und weiter geht's. Warte, jetzt habe ich noch meinen Controller geschaut. Ich habe gar keinen Controller. So läuft alles. Ja. Weißt du, da sind so blaue Dinger drin und ich krieg leider den normalen Mist.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
Was muss ich tun?
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Oh.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Den beherrsche ich.
Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Wo hat er denn die Dinger alle?
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Ah, der eine leuchtet.
Go. Did you see anything?
Die Wissenskonserven leuchten beide grün. Die linke leuchtet etwas stärker.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
Ich stelle mich diesem Risiko.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
So, jetzt guten Abend, Tina. Und morgen kommt eventuell einer.
Take it easy.
Das entscheide ich dann morgen Abend spontan. So. Ah, das ist dann der Informant.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wir hätten gerne ein paar überhaupt nicht reife Haferfrüchte. Süße Haferfrüchte? Überhaupt nicht reife Haferfrüchte?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
Ich habe nicht mal nachgeschaut, was mir da steht. Wir hätten gerne ein paar überhaupt nicht süße Haferfrüchte.
What a unique palate. We have unripe hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
Das schaut aus, wie wenn er traurig ist.
You two have
Guten Abend,
a
Mimi.
fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Warte. Oh, ich habe mein Ding gar nicht aufgebraucht. Da. Das da? Rinsos-Brief. Hä, wer soll das Rinso? Was ist das da? Das Pergament. Das Notiz zu sein, die neuen Worte drauf erscheinen, lesen. Was ist das? Zurückgelassener Energieblock. Tabelle der Deckwörter der Informanten. Manuskript der Leiter des Terrorgruppe Zwiebel. Ah, okay, hier. Überhaupt nicht diese Harafrüchte kaufen, um Informationen zu sagen, dass du hier bist, um Dori zu sehen. Trauerblumen tragen, Wissenskonserven kaufen. Sumeru-Rosen tragen, legale Waren. Maus, Gast. Rispol-Antiker, Matra. Die Maus hat etwas geklaut, es wird verkauft. Rispol-Antiker hat etwas geschnappt, etwas wird vom Mantra beschlagnahmt. Verpacken nach Sumeru-Art nur wenige Waren kaufen. Verpacken nach Osmo-Art viele Waren kaufen. Auf ihr scheint begabt zu sein, folgt Harafrucht, die Schwindelgefühl und Ohrenklinge verursacht. Auf ihr scheint gelehrt zu sein, folgt Harafrucht, die Hitzschlag. Oh, okay, warte mal, das machen wir mal. Wir nutzen wieder die Technologie. So. Dann habe ich die Scheiße auch gleich so dabei.
That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Schaut ja aus wie eine Scheune oder so. Deswegen stellst du dich jetzt in die Ecke.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Wir waren, wie ich es vorgestellt habe, vor kurzem wurden viele unserer Harafrüchte von Mäusen geklaut. Von Mäusen? Mäuse waren ja... Genau, Mäuse war Ding. Gast. Na, Glückwunsch.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Warte mal. Wie wär's, wenn ich euch Früchte gäbe, die euch schwindelig machen? Ihr scheint begabt zu sein. Warte mal, was? Mein verehrter Kunde, ihr scheint sehr begabt zu sein. Schwindel für den Ohrenkling verursacht.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Sumeru oder Ormos-Style. Was ist jetzt da gut? Ormos-Art?
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The mantra? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Weißt du, wir unterhalten so eine Stunde.
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Wo ist denn der? Ist der überhaupt? Da ist doch niemand. Tito, du brauchst deine Nachrichten nicht löschen. Ich habe schon mal gesagt, ich gebe nur Antworten, wenn die Sequenzen rum sind. Da lang. Ja, warte, wo ist der hin? Und wie gesagt, ich entscheide morgen spontan. Ist der dahinter? Ja, warte, da lang. Warte mal, nee, da sind wir raufgelaufen. Warte mal hier. Warte, ist der da ganz oben? Wie kam denn der jetzt so schnell da Ganzen auf? Ah, da geht's nur weiter. Okay. Alter, ich war doch schon da oben. Hä? Was ist nochmal anders oben?
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right.
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Die schaut irgendwie ganz cool aus. Ich will ehrlich sagen, die Sonnenbrille könnte weg.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree? So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Können wir uns die Waren ansehen?
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead, help yourselves. Voila!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora.
Yeesh. Who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Paimon hat auf jeden Fall Hardkonkurrenz jetzt.
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
Paimon, ihre Kopfstimme ist immer geil.
2 million Mora, and it's yours. No discounts.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom.
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Ich hätte gern diese. Diese hier. Und diese.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
Nachdem auf dem Stand sehr viele Wissenschaftler ausgewählt wurden.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million mora.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million.
Lass dich nicht dazu verleiten, mehr Geld auszugeben.
All the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal?
Ja, aber die darfst du ja eigentlich nicht haben.
Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Alhaitham.
Paimon. Warum? Du gieriges, fliegendes. Du gierige, fliegende Notration.
Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
Du bist ja die Neugierige.
Come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 mora.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time.
Uh-oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Na gut, ich schau mal.
So, what did you see?
Alle leuchten ähnlich stark.
So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right?
Wenn es dich glücklich macht.
Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your mora to Dory and doors will open.
Okay, ist jetzt doch nicht verraten.
With Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Jetzt schon jetzt absichtlich bloß so solche Wissenskonserven rein. Triff Dory und kauf Wissenskonserven. Okay, das war jetzt nichts Besonderes. Da. Du hast keine Ahnung, warte mal, ein Wissens, bla bla bla. Du hast keine Ahnung, wo die ersten 7 sind, aber Dinge wie Kampftechniken werden immer nützlich sein. Wahrscheinlich. Alter Paimon. Ich mag die Atmosphäre auf jeden Fall.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty a daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Das ist das allererste von euren Erlebnissen, die gibt von euch kaufen müssen, das kannst du sagen.
We did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Wir wollen uns mit dem Dendro-Archon treffen.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Heißt das etwa, du bist auf der Suche danach?
I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the mantra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Das ist das, was ich brauche.
Okay. Then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Alhaitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you.
Vielleicht sind es einfach nur übergroße Zäpfchen.
Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Wissenszäpfchen. Scheiße. Oh, fuck. Ah, da außen. Ist das oben oder ist das unten? Ah. Lustig, wie Paimon Mordor von anderen gern ausgibt. Naja, sind ja auch nicht ihre Mordor, also raus damit. Achso, ja, und ja, ich spiele die Version 3.0, Tina. Oder nur.
Alright, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Aw, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry, I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got top grades on everything. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra for this capsule?
Wie willst du Paimon das Zäpfchen verabreichen? Natürlich mit Anlauf. Frage ich mich auch.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Bist du mit anderen Charakteren, nicht ich selbst? Achso, ich soll die Gegner killen.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Ob es jetzt hat? Achso, jetzt soll ich sie im Inventar benutzen. Steht aber, ist bereits aktiviert. Ganzes Set ist auf einmal die Bilder ganz vieler mit Einhändern kämpfender Menschen in deinen Kopf aufsteigen und man wird all das zu einer fernen Erinnerung.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Einen Augenblick lang spürte ich etwas. Was in der Wissenskonserve steckte, wurde zu einer Erinnerung.
You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
Zeitkabine in der Dose.
Busted. Quietly now.
War ich jetzt stärker? Glaub nicht.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Haytham, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Nicht mal 1%? 0,073? 0,073.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million Mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Naja, das Problem ist halt eben, wie er schon gesagt hat, wenn wir schon zu stark sind, bringt's nicht viel.
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Weißt seine Aussage mit, er kann mit den anderen nicht mithalten, weder mit Geld noch mit weiß der Geier was. Und dann schmeißt er uns halt mit Kohle zu ohne Ende. Ich meine, wir haben das letzte Mal 6 Millionen Morde ausgegeben oder so. Jetzt müssen wir ja 2 Tage warten, oder? Warte bis 7 Uhr am übernächsten Tag. Alles klar, warte mal, Errungenschaft. Welt der Wunder. Die Wunder der Welt. Das ist ganz einfach, Kampfkraft zu erhöhen. Ist das jetzt eigentlich wirklich erhöht worden oder nicht? Das würde mich jetzt interessieren. Ich glaube es zwar nicht, aber... Uhrzeit. Und 1 und 2. Verschwinden. Ja gut, es war noch nicht unsere Mora, aber... Alter, nicht mal nur 1%. Das war ja... Das ist schon 0,073% ist schon hart. Naja, aber Dori freut sich.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Mal, da porte ich mich hoch. Stimmt, das war oben auf dem Ding, ne? Mein Lektor, guten Abend. Ich glaube, selbst wenn es meine 100.000 Mora gewesen wäre, wäre es mir wurscht gewesen. Ich meine, wie viel habe ich eigentlich momentan? 10 Millionen? Ja, wegen 100.000 scheiße ich mich da nicht ein.
Over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way. Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all? Aha. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
Ich möchte Informationen über den Verbleib der Wissenskonserven der Gottheit kaufen.
Oh, I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble. But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it. Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
Nenn mir deinen Preis.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine knowledge capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar. Ain el-Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worship the Scarlet King? Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That divine knowledge capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself. Thanks for the info, Dory. Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. Mora for Dory opens doors.
Die Dory ist so geil, ey.
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ein-el-Achmar.
I'll find you your
Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
Ich mag sie jetzt schon, also ich will sie auf jeden Fall haben. Also das heißt, für die Kokomi ziehe ich auf jeden Fall ein paar. Und hoffe, dass die Dory dabei ist. Was wollte ich machen? Ich wollte mir das Bild anschauen. Habe ich das blöde Bild jetzt eigentlich? Da. Ich kann es nicht mal anschauen, was soll denn der Scheiß? Ja, die rot ausstrahlende Wissenskonserve. Vor allem weißt du, das ist halt ein Bild mit ein paar Hügeln. Ja, also da siehst du alles. Vor allem Hügel. Habe ich schon Hügel erwähnt und Berge? Okay. Den Preis war es wert. Ist hier hinten irgendwas? Nein.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Die Gegner, denen wir gleich gegenüberstehen werden.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites' transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this.
Ich glaube nicht, dass sie sich reinschleicht, sondern diese Geister.
Very bold move. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ein-el-Achmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the divine knowledge capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ein-el-Achmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands.
Hint.
After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the divine knowledge capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp.
Gut, abgemacht.
See you then.
Ja, Mann. Ich finde es geil, wenn Dory wirklich als Händlerin hinzugefügt würde, um Zeug für einen Haufen Mora zu kaufen. Wenn es sinnvoll wäre, würde ich es machen. Warte, aber was da? Achso, wir haben jetzt gewartet, ne?
Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Pharos Lighthouse. Gab es das nicht in echt auch? Ich bin mir ein, Pharos Lighthouse war... Nee, der Leuchtturm von Alexandria hat, glaube ich, anders geheißen, ne? Pharos... Doch, das glaubt er. Pharos von Alexandria, ja, das ist der Leuchtturm von Alexandria gewesen. Der Leuchtturm von Alexandria war nach der Belieferung der erste Leuchtturm überhaupt und bis ins 20. Jahrhundert mit etwa 115 bis 160 Metern der höchste Leuchtturm, der je gebaut wurde. Nach der kleinen Insel Pharos, bei der er stand, wird er seit Antike auch Pharos von Alexandria genannt. Oh, der ist 1480 durch ein Erdbeben zerstört worden. Wieder was gelernt, wieder was gelernt, wieder was gelernt vom Bernd. Wo hab ich das her? Das hatte ich jetzt voll im Kopf, ey. Für Bernd das Brot war das bestimmt nicht. Oder war es so Blues Clues oder wie der Scheiß geheißen hat? Egal. Wenigstens haben sie diese Woche übersprungen. Ich dachte nämlich, oh mein Gott, wir müssen jetzt eine ganze Woche warten. Oder noch 5 Tage die Uhr rumspringen lassen.
I'll hate them. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
Nee, ihr seid nur 5.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But this is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine, your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
Reinhard Grebe. Keine Ahnung, sagt mir nichts. Ich weiß, dass ich das aus irgendeiner Sendung auf jeden Fall habe.
Time to go. Take that. Gotcha.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
Scheiß Zombie.
Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
Er ist der Archivar.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the divine knowledge capsule.
You mean the divine knowledge capsule did that to him?
Da wir gerade davon sprechen, vorhin sagte Hypatia.
Oh yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
Was er sagt, ist genau das gleiche, was ich damals bei Irminsul gehört habe.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the divine knowledge capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the divine knowledge capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the divine knowledge capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we can go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery!
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
Auf nach Sumeru.
Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Durch dichten Rauch und dunklem Wald. Guten Abend, Klaus. Und guten Abend, Gustav. Den großen Roboter irgendwie erwecken. Gab's nicht im Trailer eine Szene, wo der aufsteht? Oder irgendwas damit oder irgendwas an dem Roboter versucht wird? Aber ich weiß nicht, ob das noch irgendwann kommt oder so. Ich bilde mal ein, da war irgendwas. Aber keine Ahnung, ich bin noch nicht so weit, um zu wissen, was da abgeht.
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Der Livestream ist sehr gut. Freut mich, wenn es dir gefällt, Klaus. Danke. Hat mit einer ewig langen Sidequest zu tun. Ah, ja, ich sag ja, da gab's irgendwas. Ah, da ist er.
There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Sieht aus, als hätten wir noch nichts verpasst.
Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Unsere Fragen sind eher noch mehr geworden.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it.
Oh, sie hört sich Schwäche an.
The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Des Morgens 1000 Rosen erwachen. Gustav, die Karte wird noch größer. Es kommt noch eine, ich weiß nicht, noch genauso große Karte mit der Wüste dazu. Das ist im Prinzip bloß die Hälfte. Das wird ja mit den Updates nach und nach wieder das vergrößert wieder.
Take it easy.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Vielen Dank für alles, Dunjasad.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
Über den Plan für morgen?
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia's still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Klar, das machen wir.
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon started to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, traveler. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Kann es sein, dass hier keine Leute sind? Ja, da ist er.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there. Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go.
Ja, gibt japanische Stimmen,
A
Klaus.
stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumeru roses, sunsetias, kapulatas, hara fruits, and zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like Roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks. All right, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Das klingt nicht sehr glaubwürdig.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it?
Wir versuchen es einmal. Davon habe ich einen Haufen. Warum auch immer. Und davon habe ich 1000. Bitteschön. Ich bin mal gespannt, welchen Chart in 3.1 spielbar machen. Ich glaube, das wären sogar 3, habe ich gelesen.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
Blumenritter Fares.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
Der Schnurrbart macht mich fertig. Ich meine, du kannst seinen Mund nicht sehen, deswegen schaut das total schräg aus.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sabzeruz festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed!
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Warte. Ich hab mir jetzt schon gedacht, hey, der sagt doch Yalda Candies. Also Bonbons oder so. Warum steht da Kamellen? Kamellen steht doch nicht für Bonbons, oder bin ich blöd jetzt?
Whichever one. Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni kabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the Sunsetia flavor.
Beklag dich nicht, wenn ich die falsche wähle.
It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Eins, zwei, drei. Ich will 4 haben. Noch drüber nachdenken. Warum ist jetzt das eigentlich 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, nee. 5? Warum ist jetzt das eigentlich 5? 1. Okay, ich nehme die Nummer 1.
Attention! That's unfortunately lizard tail.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was wrong.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important thing is that everyone has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
Wie ich halt das Richtige beim ersten gewählt habe. Ich wollte aber das Blaue haben. Was für ein Scheiß. Alter, ich hätte sogar das... Das war schon damals, als ich in der Hauptschule war so. Ich habe die richtigen Sachen hätte ich angekreuzt und habe dann die falschen genommen, weil ich mir nicht unsicher war. Ich bin gespannt, wo sie in den Wüstenpatch einen Hydro-Weltboss hinstellen. Wieso Hydro?
It's Knight of Flowers, not Knight of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Knight of Flowers.
Pilze, ja, oder Zaubershow.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Kein Problem.
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sabzeruz festival.
How embarrassing.
In der Wüste mit Sandwürmern und Insekten? Würde ich jetzt nicht drauf wetten, weil die eigentlich nicht so... Hydro-Cocktail von Hoye, was angekündigt wurde. Naja, du musst aber auch überlegen. Yelan ist auch ein Hydro-Charakter und hat Zahnräder gebraucht. Also man darf nicht danach gehen, was das für ein Charakter ist. Es kann auch einfach andere Sachen haben.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Homayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Keine
Hey,
Sorge.
did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're Dia. Dia the Flame Main.
Oh, Feuermähne.
Wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky.
Oh, verdammt, er hat jemanden dabei mit einer Augenklappe.
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
Können die Sicherheit von niemandem garantieren. Sicher, die Arbeitgeberin Daya ist am wichtigsten.
You're right. All right, fine.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
Auch wieder, weil Elan ist die einzige Ausnahme. Soweit ich weiß, haben aber auch schon mehrere andere Sachen gebraucht, die wohl nicht direkt zu ihrem Ding gepasst haben.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Keine Angst, sie ist sehr stark.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Niemand, ich habe es gerade überprüft.
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe from an ambush.
Truly.
Kein Problem.
I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Englisch finde ich auch gut. Das Englisch finde ich auch gut, ja. Also, das haben sie in Genshin gut gemacht. Für welchen Charakter willst du allgemein den nächsten pullen? Kokumi, Dori, Dea, Scheiße, wie die andere wieder geheißen. Die, wo jetzt die Tänzerin da. Ich bin noch am Überlegen, ob ich für diesen Wüstenfuzzi ziehe. Eigentlich schon wieder viel zu viele Charaktere, die eigentlich ziemlich cool sind.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
Wie schlimm ist dein Krankheitszustand?
I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Wie ist Großteil Elazar?
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others.
Oh, sie hat ihre Verbände abgenommen.
Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Ja, ich werde mich an dich erinnern.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step.
Nicht aufzugeben ist wirklich unglaublich.
Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Ein großartiger Gedanke.
Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Ja, da geht's runter.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zerus is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zerus festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zerus festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zerus festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
Hab Acht vor ihrem. Gebt nicht, die Deutungshoheit liegt in ihrer Hand.
This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zerus Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand...
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere and the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Nilou, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zerus so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zerus festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zerus festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Elende Bastarde, was können wir noch tun?
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Das ist ja was Pferde, wurde das Absero-Fest zum Abbruch gezwungen. Elende Säcke.
Happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zerus festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time.
Das weißt du ja auch ganz genau.
Yeah.
Tick.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Hey. da geht's raus. Falsche Richtung.
Take it easy.
Sehr nett, fällt mir sehr gut zu schreiben. Ist auch schön, wenn du schreibst, Klaus. Oh, da.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Warte.
Sure. Traveler, why are you just standing there? Let's get going.
Ist doch dasselbe wie vorher, oder?
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
Sie sagt aber das mal auch nichts, ne?
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You're quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
They're all plants. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
Momentzeit gerade.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Rote Augen, der doch bräunliche. Ist das ein Déjà-vu?
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall. So, where to next?
Sagt sie das mal nichts wegen dem... Okay, wir gehen wieder dahin. Diesmal können wir das Richtige nehmen, ne? 4.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed.
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on? Is this a play?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the Night of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalda candies? I happen to have some boxes ready here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
What's to pick? Don't these boxes all look the same?
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, how interesting.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Ugh, why do those flavors even exist? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants to eat the sunsetia flavor.
Great! These boxes of candy are not...
4. Ich nehme die Nummer 4.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right!
Das war anscheinend gar kein Glück. Ich kann das nicht verstehen, aber irgendwie wusste ich, dass es Nummer 4 sein muss.
How's
Jetzt wird mich ja eins interessieren. Nachdem wir jetzt dieses Déjà-vu haben und eigentlich nur jetzt wissen können, wo diese Dämmerfruchtgeschmack ist. Oder wo dieser Dämmerfruchtgeschmack ist. Wenn ich vorhin die 4 als erstes genommen hätte, wäre dann das auch Echsenschwanz gewesen? Als ihr das gewählt habt, habt ihr das Richtige erwischt? Falls das wer schon gespielt hat? Es gab schon zu viele Déjà-vus.
Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Es tut mir leid, nur aber ich muss kurz weg.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
Der Geschmack von Déjà-vu. Wir gehen wahrscheinlich die Pfeifen da vertreiben, oder? Hä, nee.
A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it? So, why'd you run here in such a hurry?
Mal schauen, ob wir es schaffen, das Déjà-vu loszuwerden.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
Bitte einen Kokoskohlenfladen.
Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this. That thing? Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far?
Ein zu großes Opfer, wo bekommst.
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
Nein, das schmeckt eigentlich ziemlich gut.
Then, you mean...
Das habe ich doch schon einmal gegessen.
That's impossible. We were just talking about how gross it looked. So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
Ich muss diese Methode schon versucht haben.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we aren't regulars. How about we go out again and try something else?
Hä, warte, was? Ich war doch erst zweimal da. Einmal jetzt oder nur zwei? Was hast du eigentlich für mich? Hast du irgendwelche Rezepte? Oh ja. Kahle Bohnen. Ach, was soll der Geiz, Alter? Ich nehme alle. Sternenpilz. Krebse. Fisch. Zucker. Hara-Würze. Warum gibt's bei dem Scheiß nur 10? Ich weiß, ich kann es selber machen, aber das sehe ich gar nicht ein. Speck. Und Wurst. Warte, wo komme ich hier raus? Da? Da. Was passiert jetzt?
Hey, Dinyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. Dunyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I sat down here.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today. It's the Sub-Zero's festival, and you've been looking forward to it so much.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
Es tut mir wirklich leid, vorhin auf einmal davon gelaufen zu sein.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
Mir sind ein bisschen seltsame Dinge passiert.
Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt déjà vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deswegen, sie macht das mit diesem, dass dieser Tanz nicht stattfinden kann. Sie weiß es nur nicht, aber sie hat es schon im Kopf.
Déjà vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling déjà vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. Let's go.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it later through the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zero's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but... Well, okay. I'll just have to try again next year.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
Ich weiß nicht warum, aber ich bin gar nicht überrascht.
Did Dunyarzad already go back? We should also return and get some sleep.
In dieser düsteren Atmosphäre wurde das Sub-Zero-Fest zum Abbruch gezwungen.
So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that déjà vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
Ich habe noch nicht viel nachgedacht, aber mein Kopf ist ganz schön erschöpft.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day.
Vor allem, ich höre einfach das Denken auf, passt schon.
Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Wir haben Ungeziefer im Haus.
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
Okay, also ist es immer die Nummer 4. Fast ein bisschen schade.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Jedes Mal laufe ich in die falsche Richtung. Also das mache ich auf jeden Fall immer dasselbe. Wie geht's dir alle? Mir geht's gut, Klaus, danke. Oh, ich muss den ganzen Mist jetzt aber nicht nochmal machen, oder? Verdammt.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Oha.
Great idea. Let's get going. Traveler?
Ein starkes Déjà-vu.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's festival. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candy?
Not much.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the...
Haben wir schon,
And
bla bla
there's
bla.
also- No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Nummer 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Ich bin mir nicht sicher. Frag mir das Orakel. Okay, ich nehme die 4.
Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck.
Nummer 1 ist Echsenschwanz.
Paimon's not really interested in the other flavors.
Ah, wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each box.
What? He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers?
Spuck's schon aus.
Traveler?
Kusanali. Das eben war.
Hey, where are you going?
Ich denke mal, irgendwas spackt mit dem Akasha-Netzwerk rum, ne?
What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without...
Sie will ich auch haben. Da oben. Vertraute Gestalt. Starkes Déjà-vu.
Traveler?
Da. Der Vogel ist weg. Sind wir jetzt in der virtuellen Welt? Irgendwie sowas. Da ist sie. Durch ihr Outfit wirkt sie doch kleiner wie die Klee. Was, aber sie war doch eben noch bei uns.
What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzad's? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you?
Wachsam.
I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
Aktivieren wir sie gemeinsam, Paimon.
Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do.
Die Erinnerung vieler, vieler Tage.
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
Oh, scheiße, die ist echt knuffig, verdammt.
What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Ist auch geil. Das Gesicht so nah zu sehen. What the heck?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions.
Das ist eiskalt gelogen. Ich habe den fucking Dendro-Segen nicht bekommen. Ich habe ihn mir nicht abgeholt. Du kannst mir nicht einfach erzählen, dass ich diese scheiß Segen habe, den ich mir nie geholt habe. Das ist eine scheiß Lüge. Ist das klar? Das ist eine Lüge. Ich habe den nie geholt. Du kannst ihn mir nicht einfach geben und sagen, ich habe den jetzt. Bam, Spiel zerstört.
It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Was ist da mit der Dunyarzad da drüben?
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
Was ich jetzt tun sollte, ist aus diesem Zustand auszubrechen.
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Ich weiß, du hast dich uns schon vorgestellt. Nahida?
Good.
Ist sie echter Name?
Passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Lass mich meine Gedanken kurz ordnen. Warte, da muss ich mich jetzt gescheit hinhocken. Was ist jetzt los? Trittst du in den Zustand Nachsinnen ein, kannst du einen beliebigen Text wählen, um ihn zu interpretieren. Dabei kannst du den Text analysieren, um möglicherweise einen neuen zu erhalten. Interpretierte Texte könnten als Schlussfolgerung eingereicht werden. Bin ich jetzt in der verdammten Schule? Test einreichen. Und Schlüsseltexte können ineinander assoziiert werden. Klicke einfach auf Assoziieren vorbereiten, wähle einen anderen Text und klicke auf Assoziation starten. So hättest du einen neuen Text. Kann einer der Texte auf der aktuellen Seite als Schlussfolgerung verwendet werden, dann wähle zuerst diesen Text und als Schlussfolgerung einreichen. Ergebnisse alchemisches des Weichsamen, Reden der großen Weisen, Sarah des Sub-Zero Festivals.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Alter, wir bekommen seine Stimme. Rede des großen Weisen.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? The moon.
Warum ist das Assoziation vorbereiten? Samsara des Sub-Zero Festivals. Déjà-vu? Oder des Rede des großen Weißen? Okay, dann doch Déjà-vu. Zeitschleife.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints.
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads.
Okay. Was habe ich da oben eigentlich? Melde dich im Spiel an. Nutze deinen Instinkt, um den Schachtel mit dem Dämmerfruchtgeschmack zu finden. Ist den geschmacklos aussehenden Kokosfladen. Das muss ich doch sogar machen und dafür bekomme ich eine Belohnung. Na gut. Deswegen haben auch hier überall die Leute gefehlt. Was geht ab einmal? Jo, Bruder.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
Hattest du in letzter Zeit ein seltsames Gefühl?
Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
Er hat auch gesagt, dass die Menschen von Sumeru nie träumen.
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
Hey Student, was geht?
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
Und uns sind wirklich einige seltsame Dinge passiert.
Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
Wir sind im Tag des Sub-Zero-Fests gefangen.
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems.
Paimon ist so manchmal ziemlich arschig.
We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Versuchen wir noch einmal Dea zu finden.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Versuchen wir ihr die richtige Dunyasa zu zeigen.
If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously. At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are
Paimon, traveler. You came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
Eine Bandenführer hat dich gerade aus dem Hinterhalt angegriffen.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Das Großschwert.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
Tell her, traveler.
Tell her. Du hast dich verletzt, weil du dein neues Großschwert nicht gut führen konntest. Und alles Großschwert hast du verkauft, um das Fest zu unterstützen.
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
Und wir ignorieren jetzt einfach die Fake-Dunia daneben. Die erklärt dir ja alles.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
Hast du in letzter Zeit keine Veränderung an Dunyarzad bemerkt?
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry?
Komm her mit, ich zeig dir einen Beweis.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Oh, jetzt lassen sie mich wieder selber laufen. Die Stadt ist ein fucking Labyrinth, Alter. Wie soll ich denn jetzt ständig wieder denselben Weg finden? Einmal da lang, da lang. Okay, so schwer ist es doch nicht, da durchzukommen, aber es wirkt auf der Karte, wirkt es einfach wie ein fucking Labyrinth, Mann. Ich mag die Musik.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Kannst du sie sehen?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sumeru's festival has been repeating itself.
Du beginnst nicht mit der und die Situation akzeptiert zu versprechen.
You think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Nahida, hast du Informationen zur Akasha?
Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha!
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Warte mal, aber jetzt fällt mir was auf. Ne? Akasha läuft durch das göttliche Herz. Wie wollen die Fatui das göttliche Herz stehlen? Oder wenn sie es stehlen? Dann wäre doch dieses ganze Akasha-Netzwerk im Arsch.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
Hast du eine Idee?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
Das Wissen von Akasha kommt vor allem von Irminsul.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
Jetzt geht's wieder los, oder? Blablabla. Die Leute von Sumeru träumen nicht.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Information von Akasha.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Ungewöhnliche geistige Erschöpfung.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? What's happening right now seems to have happened before.
Okay, das hatten wir auch schon. Information von Akasha, ungewöhnliche geistige Erschöpfung. Um was ging es nochmal? Ich habe vergessen, um was es eigentlich ging.
That doesn't sound right.
Okay, da war es das da.
That doesn't sound right.
War die geistige Erschöpfung? Wow.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, "Knowledge always comes at a price." Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Aber wie macht Akasha das?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Aber wir sind schon mittendrin. Ein Versuch ist es wert.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words. When this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
Alle legen ihre Akasha-Kontrollgeräte ab.
How does everyone feel?
Habe ich noch etwas anderes bemerkt?
Huh? What is it?
Ich habe den Eindruck, am Ende jedes Tages höre ich einen Tick.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
Ich habe es in Ormos auch gehört.
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Da.
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head.
Es wird doch immer dunkler, kann es sein?
We took off our Akasha terminals.
Ah.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Also es ist wirklich so wie gedacht.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
Am Ende der letzten Nacht.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
Haben wir nur geglaubt, wir hätten es abgelegt?
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
Na wow, danke.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Cooles Bild. Gefällt mir. Wenigstens muss ich nicht selber hinlaufen.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Warte kurz, irgendwas stimmt hier nicht.
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
Hast du dich denn schon an dein Großschwert gewöhnt?
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Hast du dich irgendwie seltsam gefühlt beim Designkampf?
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think?
Denn dass wir die Akasha-Kontrollgeräte gestern abgelegt haben.
Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
Kann es sein, dass wir uns schon befreit haben?
Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
Wenn der Tag vorbei ist, wissen wir es.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing.
Der trägt kein Akasha-Gerät, kann das sein?
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers.
Wie so eine kleine Glocke da hinten hat.
Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Hä, was?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that.
Wenn sie take a
Is
Tuk-Tuk.
that so strange?
Tuk-Tuk, Alter, hab ich noch nie gehört.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago.
Das ist so geil. So voll die weiße Antwort und dann so. Geht mal aufs Klo, dann geht's euch besser. Dann ruhen wir uns mal aus.
Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
We're still in the same day.
Ja, das sei jetzt nicht so einfach wie gedacht.
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Tuk-Tuk.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Die Zeitschleifentheorie hat sich als falsch entpuppt.
Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Wegen Dias kämpferische Weiterentwicklung.
Oh yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Körpergedächtnis. Alchemistische Geräusche von Akasha, Informationen von Akasha, Samsara, bla bla.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero. Okay, Nahida said
Das hat mehr Geräusch.
the beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night.
Körpergedächtnis.
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. The moon.
Okay, Assoziation vorbereiten. Samsara? Oder das Geräusch? Also doch das. Verdammt. Erinnerung täglich löschen.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Ah. Deswegen jetzt werden nur die Gedächtnisse gelöscht. Unsere Erinnerungen werden jeden Tag gelöscht.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
Wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all.
Also, stimmt das also immer noch nicht.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right. She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go.
Okay, so arschig das aber auch ist, ich werde jetzt hier aufhören müssen. Jetzt haben wir schon 2 Uhr. Oh, es ist schon sehr geil gemacht. Also mir gefällt's. Vor allem auch das mit der Schlussfolgerung. Das haben sie aber von Ding geklaut, ey. Von Sherlock Holmes von den Spielen. Also finde ich. Wobei es wahrscheinlich auch schon andere Spiele gab, die wo das gehabt haben. Es ist schon cool gemacht. Schon echt cool gemacht. Wir waren nie bei dem einen Ding da hinten, ne? Müssen wir auch irgendwann mal hingehen. Oder wir kommen wahrscheinlich automatisch vielleicht irgendwann mal hin. Ne, aber an der Stelle werden wir nochmal aufhören. Und dann bedanke ich mich bei euch fürs Zuschauen. Wahrscheinlich werden wir Samstag im Stream weiterspielen. Was ist das da hinten? Was leuchtet da? Was sind das für Blumen? Partisada.
Take it easy.
Egal. Ich bin mal gespannt. Ich bin gespannt, ob die dann auch mal checken irgendwann, dass das Ding ist. Aber die Nadia, oder beziehungsweise die hat ja auf jeden Fall, die Kleine, die hat ja scheinbar echt keine Vision, ne? Ist das vielleicht auch mit dem Akasha zusammenhängen? Weil da das göttliche Herz auch ist? Keine Ahnung. Sind überhaupt noch welche da? Ich hoffe mal, es sind noch welche da.
Good roll.
Hier steht 10. Ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall an der Stelle bei euch fürs Zuschauen. Ich wünsche euch allen eine gute Nacht. Und wir sehen uns dann spätestens Samstag vielleicht wieder beim Genshin Stream. Mal schauen, was wir da machen. Ich habe noch keine Ahnung. Wie immer. Passt. Also dann, danke fürs Zuschauen, macht's gut und bis zum nächsten Mal. Servus.